Good morning, community. How are you? Jenenne Macklin here. I am your transformational speaker, wealth guide, and catalyst. Good morning to the East Coast. I can't even talk about the weather that's going on back there. Good morning to the West Coast. We doing what we do. We got some sun in California. Take a deep breath. Just take a breath. And then, wow, that's where I started last March when we were having so much problem breathing and acclimating ourselves to the virus that was going on. We were just being grateful and thankful for having breath. So that hasn't changed. Keep taking your deep breaths in. Let me make sure I have some volume here. I'm just hopping on. There we go. Good morning. Good morning. MLK Day. This is the day they've decided is to celebrate the recognition of one of our great leaders of the many we have had that, of course, doing what we're doing now, pushed against the status quo. And then, of course, they shot him, as they did Malcolm, as they did everybody else. So that's why it gets so disturbing for us when we see what happened last Wednesday and ain't nobody been shot. We know black people couldn't got anywhere near, any POC people couldn't have got anywhere near that. And then we're not that kind of people. We wouldn't do that. So, we have remembrance of King and what he went through and the time he spent in jail, his beliefs and things like that. I kind of wanted to mix between him and Malcolm X because I liked what he had to say, but I also liked what Malcolm had to say. But today we're focusing on you and what do you have to say for you and for your life and what you want to see showing up in your life. So yeah, we have an inauguration coming on. We have civil unrest. We have transformation that's happening that's uncomfortable, that doesn't feel good, that if you allow it can create some angst and anxiety for you. We have healing that's happening. That's part of what this is. It doesn't look like what you may think where you go home and you lay down and you rest to heal. We're healing as we watch these different processes unfold. We have an inauguration that we're hoping will unfold with grace and ease. We have the first African-American Asian woman as a vice president. So there's a lot of firsts that still say things are shifting and changing in spite of what the news seems to flash at us all day long. And in spite of all of that, I'm saying you have a vision. Did you write your vision? Did you do your vision? We did vision boards this past Sunday at a friend's house. And I'm going to be teaching a vision class, not this Thursday, but the following Thursday, right? Because I think we're still in the teens this week or the 20s. So I created one vision board and I'm going to walk you through creating another vision board. If you're not on my email list, get on there. Go to www.JenenneMacklin.com and just sign up for the Healing Your Relationship with Money. And that puts you on my list if you want to join me. But I wanted to talk with you a little bit more about fueling your vision, because it's great to have these vision boards and you put them up and then you forget about them, or you put them up and you don't give it the energy. One of the things that I was recently listening to was the 15 most powerful lessons from Abraham, from Esther and Jerry Hicks. And they were really, really good. And I may go through them one by one or even talk about them a little bit on my visioning session. And one of the things for you to realize is you are the energy of your vision board. You are the energy of it. It lives within you. It lives within your energy. It lives through you. So once you put the pictures on there, whatever it is that you've done, then you have to continue to fuel it. So you're the fuel for it. So if you get caught up in the election and the inauguration and everything that's going on out there, you may not have the energy necessary to fuel your vision. Just putting the pictures on there is a start, but you want to continue to fuel the vision that you have for your life. And I asked you to look at the 4 areas of your life and decide how do you want to feel in those different areas. Hi, Beverly Taylor. How are you? Where are you? Happy New Year. So you want to look at the vision you have for what shows up in your life and draw it in those 4 areas, in your health and your wealth, in your faith and your finance. Wealth and finance are the same. So how did I do that? It's your heart and your health. It's your finance and your faith. Right. So we've got your relationships, we've got your health, we've got your money, and we've got your spirituality. Now you have to fuel it. Once you put the pictures on there, that's nothing. That's just pictures on a board. Okay? But you want to be able to fuel the vision that you've put on there. So one of the things you want to do is make some time to sit with those pictures and to look at them and see what it triggers inside of you. But if you get distracted with what's happening with the politics, if you allow a lot of fear to get into your vibration around what may be happening on the planet or what's going to come next or what they are not going to do, then that's going to pull from the energy that you're holding for your vision. So one of the first things I want you to realize is that you have to make yourself number one, which for women a lot of times it may be hard to do because we get our gratification from what we do for others as opposed to what we do for ourselves. This is the year as we step forward for us to really begin to recognize that what we do for ourselves is just as important, if not more so, than what we do for others. So you want to get clear about that. So the first things you do in the morning is look at that board. You have a vision board. Or maybe you just wrote some things down that you wanted to do. You want to look at that. You want to infuse it with your eyes looking at it and your heart energy focusing on what are those pictures meaning to you? What's the end result? What do you want to feel like? And what do you want to experience? Do not ask me to say that again because it just came through. What it's going to feel like, all of that is what it's about when you cast your vision. And of course, I hope you walked it out, 1 or 2 steps. What are the 3 actions that you're going to take? Because visioning is about actions when you're clearly anchored in what you want to see showing up in your life. But no one's going to fuel your vision but you, no matter what. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about the money you have. It doesn't matter the circumstance you're in right now. It doesn't matter how we can say, well, this isn't working or that isn't working or I didn't get to do this or I didn't get to do that. None of that matters when it comes to your vision. What matters is that you hold the energy of what you want to see showing up. Okay, hold on a minute. My eyes are bothering me. I don't know how I look to you, but I look crazy to me. Hey, how are you? I'm Melissa Fowler. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on what coast you're on. I just had to run to get some glasses because I couldn't see my eyes. I figure if I can't see my eyes and I'm squinting, maybe you can't either. But we're talking about visioning, and I taught you last week. Oops, don't ever put your purse on the floor, ladies. Keep your purse up high. And I taught you about doing your visioning. There we go. Your visioning and being able to be clear about that in the 4 areas of your life. And that is not just enough to put pictures on a poster and then walk away and think that's it. No. It's about you putting the pictures on the poster that, first of all, exude or trigger a feeling inside of you. Then when you sit down with your pictures, you want that feeling about that particular goal or desire to flow through you. So the pictures are going to be activating these feelings. Your vision board is all about feelings. Do not think it's about sitting there looking at the pictures and dream, oh God, I'm going to have that house, or I'm going to have that car, or I'm going to have that relationship. You are the fuel for your vision. And if you join me, I think it's the 28th. Oh, I was going to say, where's the phone for the calendar? But anyway, the following Thursday after this one, if you join me, I will walk you through that and give you some more of those specific tips that I share with my team and my list about activating your vision and then how you hold your vision for the results that you say you want to see showing up in your life. So you're that fuel. So you have to be mindful of what you're thinking. You want to be mindful of how you're feeling. You want to be mindful of what you're saying as it relates to those very ideas or aspirations that you put on your vision board that you want to see manifest. Because you're the orchestrator here. You're the one with that vision board that's going to bring it to life and make it happen. When you look at great people and you're like, well, how did they get to where they got to? They all visioned. When you look at Oprah, when you look at Russell Simmons, when you look at, oh God, what's my guy that had Virgin Airlines? When you look at them, they all vision. See, as everyday people may think, oh, they're doing something extravagant. Or a lot of times people think, people think, oh, better. Since they have money, it's easy. No, you still have to do the work. You still have to do the work. You still have to cast the vision into the universe. You still have to fuel that vision. You have to think about it. And here's the thing, you have to think about it as if it's already happened. See, most people do visioning. They're looking at the picture and say, oh, it'll be nice when I have that. Oh, that's going to be great when I have that. Oh, it's going to be wonderful when I have that. That's not going to get you what you want. And that's what I'll be teaching in the visioning class on the 28th. You got to cast your vision. It's just like when you go fishing and you cast the nest out. Have any of you gone fishing? And you put it there and you have to wait. Now, the whole time you're waiting, you could be sitting there saying, oh my God, I wonder if the fish is going to come. Where are the fish? Am I going to get a fish? Am I going to catch a fish? Or you can sit there very calmly and just hold your pole and be at one with it so you can feel it when the fish nibbles. And as soon as it nibbles, then you got to pull it out. But you're giving it your full attention. You're recognizing it. And then as soon as that nibble happens and you wait for a little more nibbles, then you pull it out. But if you just throw your line out there and let it sit and you go talk to your friends and play cards, well, you're going to miss. So when you do your visioning, you're the fuel for your vision. Hi, Krista Williams. How are you? Where are you? What state, what coast are you on? I'm on the West Coast, so I'm always checking to see who's in Midwest or Mid-East Coast. So that's the important thing I want you to realize for those of you who have taken that practice on as something you do each year, or maybe you do over the quarters, is you're setting up the vision, and it's a relationship you're setting up with the universe. The universe is who's going to fulfill your vision through you. So that's why you take the time and you sit with your vision board. And again, if you have one, this is to fulfill that purpose for you. If you don't, then I'm inviting you to join me on the 28th to go through that process of visioning, casting vision process. Now, it's your energy that's going to bring it forward. And oftentimes we struggle with having the patience for manifestations to show up. For some reason, there's this thought, I guess, that manifestations is, oh, I visioned this and it's going to come. Well, first of all, you have to understand your vision flows through you. So if you're crowded, if you're upset, if you're anxious, if you're fearful, if you're stressed, the vision's like trying to get through to you and it can't because you're all tight. You're all upset. You're all in fear, in anxiety, in stress. So in order for your vision to flow through you, you've got to open up. You've got to be in a place, when we create them, we're laughing, we're talking, we're having a good time. Yesterday, we must have talked and laughed and had so much fun and so loud and so crazy creating those vision board, that just the energy of it was powerful. Then you bring it home. Now, you're supposed to be looking at the vision board all day long. You know that. Not all day long, but every day. Every day, you're supposed to be looking at your vision board. You're supposed to infuse it. Now, you don't look at the vision board and say, ooh, I can't wait till I get the car. Or you put vacation on there. Ooh, wait, I can't wait till I get a vacation. Or you put in health, maybe you put somebody on there who's walking and you're going to be exercising. You know, I can't wait until I get into shape. I can't wait is not a strong energy. I can't wait is not going to do anything but bring you more what? Waiting. That's all it's going to bring you. More waiting. I can't wait till I have $100, $500, $1,000 saved in my bank account. I'm sorry, I'm Miss Kravitz, so I look at people walking up and down my neighborhood because there's a whole lot of new people walking around now than it was in all the 13 years I've been here. You want to be at a place that you fuel your vision. You are the fuel for it. So then what would that mean? What is the most powerful aspect of you that would create and manifest something? Do you think you'd manifest it in an energy of not enough, I can't do it, it's not going to work? Would you manifest it in the energy, well, maybe this might do it and maybe this might do it? Would you manifest it in the energy of, doggone it, I know this is going to come, it's mine, and it's on its way? Take your pick. Which energy to you right now feels like it would be the energy that would just pull your vision into manifestation for you? And I hope you go with the third thing I said. So you're supposed to be looking at those bulletin boards if you did your vision board. And again, if you didn't, join me on the 28th. You are the one that's casting the vision. And it's just like, it's just like when you go fishing and you cast, they taught me how to fish. And it hits, and then you pull it back in and you reel it in just a little bit, and then you wait. That's why for some people fishing is calming because you just wait. But in your waiting, you're aware of this. You're aware of your hook. You're looking to see if there's a nibble on it. You're looking to see what's happening. Well, it's the same thing when you cast your vision into the universe. The universe is pulsating with potential. The universe is pulsating with potentiality. And so you're casting your vision into the potentiality of the universe. And then whatever your vision is, it's going to come back to you based on your energy. How excited are you about it? Just take one of the things on your vision board. Let's take exercise. Let's say you said you're going to exercise. How excited are you about it? That notion where we start exercising the first week of January and by the middle of February we stop is not going to get you the results you want. And I'm sure you know that if you've done visioning before at the beginning of the year. So you want to set up a practice for yourself every day, just a little bit, that you do where you turn to your vision board, you sit with the vision board, and this is a money-making cue. This I teach in my courses. This is what people pay for. And when you sit with your vision, you want to sit with it as Stephen Covey would say, with the end in mind. You don't sit with your vision where it is right now. Sit with your vision board with the end in mind. Where do you want to end up as it relates to relationships? Where do you want to end up as it relates to your spirituality? Where do you want to end up as it relates to your finances? Where do you want to end up as it relates to your health? Another money-making tip, what will it feel like when you get there? What will it feel like? See, we're so often taught that what we're bringing into our life is just going to happen. But what I'm real clear about is what we bring into our life is what we draw into our life, what we literally hold accountable to ourselves in our lives. So putting pictures on a poster board and thinking that's it is not it. Putting pictures on the poster board from an energy of knowingness that it can show up in your life, and then continuing to feed that vision with positive thoughts and anchoring yourself, like I just said, according to Stephen Covey, what is it going to feel like when you achieve it? Because if we can't get into what it's going to feel like when we achieve it, we can't have it. I mean, part of what happens with, I want to say marriages, but I'm not sure, but we want to feel what it is that we think it's going to bring into our life and what we're going to experience. So if you put health on yours, and if it was you put someone on there walking, what is it going to feel like each time that you see yourself losing a pound? What is it going to feel like each time you're able to sleep better at nighttime without taking sleeping pills or melatonin that helps you sleep? What is it going to feel like for you after walking 4 or 5 weeks when you can put on a pair of pants that were tight and they're not as tight? It comes in increments. So you're the fuel for your vision. Don't think someone else is, and don't think God's going to do it all by itself. God, the universe, spirit, does it through us. So if you set your vision, you did your vision board, now I'm talking about casting your vision into the universe. We don't just send it out there and say, okay, universe, you make it happen. No, we send stuff out into the universe, then we have to get into alignment for it to happen. It's going to happen in and through us. The exercise, the car, the money, the relationship, the spirituality, it's going to happen through us. So how do we position this being and this up here who oftentimes doubts things? How are you going to position that to be ready to receive what you said you wanted? It's your fuel. It's your energy. It's your focusing on and keeping your energy focused on what will it feel like when I've exercised for a week. That probably isn't a good example because somebody's like, well, Jenenne, look, I already know. If you haven't exercised in a long time and after you exercise for a week, you're going to be a little sore. But you're going to feel good that you took the steps and the actions for yourself. If there's nothing else you're learning about this process on the planet right now, is how you can take actions for yourself for the results that you want to see in your life. How do you take actions for yourself for the results that you want to see in your life? Because in spite of all the transformation that's happening out there, you still, I still, we still have what in here we are being called to do for ourselves and our lives. And granted, out there may seem a little scary, because now I'm at least on high alert, which I already knew there's white supremacists everywhere. They've got people coming from all kinds of states. It's just something I'm aware of, but it's not going to stop me. It's not going to, because I'm accountable to my dreams and goals. I'm accountable to being the vehicle for those to show up and manifest. And they're only going to show up and manifest through Beverly Taylor, through Melissa Fowler, through Krista Williams, through Lemuel Adams. That's how they're going to show up. Through us, through this, and through our heart. So if our heart is so caught up in all that stuff that's going up there, and we mad about black people, and we mad about what they do, then how's your vision going to show through all that? It's not going to show necessarily through your head. This was basically given to us to take care of bills and the menial things of life. But when you want to manifest and create, we're talking about your heart. That's the fuel. So you want to fuel your vision board, if you have one, with the thoughts of, when you sit there and you look at the pictures, the first thought you want to think is, what will it be like when I have it? What will it be like to be debt-free? What will it be like to lose 5 pounds? What will it be like to eat healthy? What will it be like to trust myself more? What will it be like to be able to stand up for myself more and say no more? Under self-care, under self-care, you have to take care of yourself more. We're not just talking about taking bubble baths. What will it be like for me to stand for who I really am? Those are the questions you want to ask when you're looking at your vision board. And then when you get that answer, write that in your journal. It's going to be like, and that's going to create a moment of pause for you to get really clear on that answer. What will it be like when you have those things on your vision board manifested? And that takes you back to the reason you put it on there in the first place. What will it be like to have that love, to have that health, to have that sense of wholeness, to have that sense of assurance and confidence in living life? And the more you hold on to that as you look at your vision board, the more you have that thought and the more you sit with the energy within you. What will it feel like to lose 5 pounds? You're going to feel elated. It's going to feel confident. Is it going to feel like you love yourself so much that you really care about yourself? Do you know what that feels like, to do something that lets you know you love you? Because so much of what we do is for other people, and we want that to let us know our value. But when you focus on you and you understand your value, do you know what that's going to trigger inside of you? And as you do this, that's what helps you. They're always talking about people exercising and dieting the first month of January, and by February they're done, or by the first 3 months they're done. But what helps you continue to keep putting one foot in front of the other to reach your goal is being able to sit with the awareness of, what will it be like when I get there? And that makes every step now around the block 5 times worth it, because you have a sense of what it's going to be like. How am I going to feel when I lose my 5 pounds? How am I going to feel when I stop eating fried foods and carbohydrates that impact my diabetes, if you have diabetes? What is it going to feel like when I get a good night's sleep without having to drink, smoke, take a pill? What is it going to feel like when I have $5,000 in my savings? But to get to the 5,000, that means along the way, you're going to put 50 here, you're going to put 100 here, 50 here, 100 there. What does it feel like when I put $50 in my account every week? What is it going to feel like when I get that first 100? What's it going to feel like when I get to 800? How excited am I going to be? You're going to want to tell somebody. You're like, I'm not telling anybody, though. This is between me and the universe. And what's it going to feel like when I get to my first 1,000? Oh, my God, I did it. I saved it. What is it going to feel like for you? That's the place where you want to reside to fuel your visions. That's the place you want to reside. You're not going to worry about it. You're going to catch yourself if you find yourself worrying and say, wait a minute, I'm not creating, because we're the creators. You know that, right? We have the power to create and draw things into our lives. We're energetic beings. You get caught up in this physical form, but this is just a spacesuit for us to be here on this planet. But the energy that fuels this spacesuit is what we're talking about, because that's what goes out there and attracts. You know how you meet somebody in the club and this energy, but you never talk to each other? That's the same thing that's happening with your vision board. You're casting that energy out to the universe, though, not just to another man or woman in the club. And the universe takes that energy and it's like, okay, this energy mixes with this energy over here, because it's more of that powerful energy out there. And then that comes back to you. You are the originator of it. It doesn't go to somebody else. So then when it comes back to you and it's kind of, you say, well, I asked for this, but you got that. Then no, the energy sent out there wasn't 100% on point. Don't stop. Don't give up. Cast it again. It's just like fishing. I cast my line out there and I'm looking, I turn the eel and I get a nibble and I can pull it in. My meat is gone. Fish done grabbed it and gone. I'm like, oh, you all slick little fish, huh? Okay, do I stop? No. I put some more on there. I cast again. I tell myself, don't you talk to me. And I'm on it now. I'm paying attention. As soon as I see that first nibble, I'm like, okay, you're there. I know you're there. And I'm watching. I'm waiting for a big nibble, because when they get the big nibble, that's when I pull up and catch it. So it's the same thing with your vision. You cast your vision. And like I said, if you haven't, you can do it with me on the 28th of this month. And now you have to feed it. You have to fuel it. And it's fueled by our energy. Your energy can only fuel your vision. My energy can only fuel my vision. And then that's how we make that connection, and we send it out into the universe. There's nothing airy-fairy about it. People have been casting visions into the universe for the longest. People have been setting their intentions and sending them out to the universe and watching them come back to them for the longest. And if it doesn't get exactly what you're wanting, you get close to it, then it's like, okay, I'll do it again, but I'll tweak this. I'll do it again, and I'll change this. But yeah, there's a lot going on the planet. It's supposed to be. We called this forth. We called forth a revolution, revolving, evolving, transforming experience on the planet by the group that is probably the most angry on the planet. And they get to do that. But nothing stops you from casting your vision in the universe. See, that's the thing I always keep in mind. And technically, nothing in America stops us from having what we want to have if we can cast a vision and stay with it until it manifests. Because we know our vision doesn't come from America. Our vision comes from something bigger than America. When you know that, then you can sit at home, cast vision, write your vision, give your vision, and fuel your vision. Go on out there and live your life, but carry your vision with you, and then talk to everybody about it. It's your vision. It's between you and the universe. And if you're going to do anything, then talk to the universe. Go out there like you usually see me. I didn't feel like getting out of bed today, because I exercised yesterday and the day before and the day before. And look at the trees and remind yourself, wow, there's some invisible being or energy that makes this tree blossom, that makes these flowers grow from inside out. And just like they grow from inside out, your vision grows from inside of you out. What do we have to do for them? We nurture them. We water them. I put seed on my flowers. I fertilize my grass. All of that on the outside to go deep inside, so that some months from now, what will come out and manifest is beautiful green grass. What will come out and manifest is my lavender, is my sage. What will come out and manifest from going down within and pulling it out is what was cast. So it's the same thing for you. Hopefully that makes sense. You understand what it is. Yes, there's a lot going on in the world, but you get to choose how much of it you're going to give your attention. Because dreams will still be manifesting while Biden and Kamala are figuring out what they're going to do, while the person who's the last president does what he's going to do, while the white supremacists and everybody figures out whatever's going on for them. None of that has to impact the vision that you have for yourself and for your life and what you want to see showing up in the key 4 areas of your life. So I know it's King's Day, and people will look at King and he'll do his speech and all those things. He had a dream. What's your dream? He lived his dream. What dream are you living? What's your vision for your life? Are you living yours? And this is just a tool for you to understand how to fuel your vision going forward. I'm Jenenne Macklin, transformational speaker, your wealth guide and catalyst. I'm going to do Monday and Wednesdays. Friday's your free day. Have a good time. I'm going to get on here for Monday Mindset and Wednesday Wisdom. And the rest of it, you'll have for yourself. So this is where you find me, 9 o'clock. Eastern time is 12 o'clock. Western time, 9 o'clock. A few words of wisdom. Upcoming events. The book is coming out. The affirmations are coming out. I've got an incredible, powerful 90-day program that's coming out for women who are ready to make peace with money because you want to make room for wealth. That may not be all of you, but it'll be some of you. But then I'll have a membership site for some of you who may not be able to make that level of a commitment of time and energy as well as your money to still have access to all the previous classes I've taught, the previous master classes, and a variety of other interviews and everything in my membership site. So I'm excited about the year. I trust and know that everything will unfold perfectly for each and every one of us as we cast our vision and stay in alignment for our vision, that we hold the highest watch for what's happening in this world. People die all the time. Okay, and I'm not saying that casually, but it's a process of life. If you looked at the show Soul, Jamie Foxx's, that animated show, it shows you we're on this conveyor belt of life. If that didn't do it, look at the B movie. It shows you we're on this conveyor belt of life. And they help us by giving us calendars. They help us by having numbers, 10, 15, 20, now you're 40, now you're 80. As you get older, in order to know you're getting closer and closer to falling off that conveyor belt, going back to spirit. So we only have so much time to bring into manifestation what we want. And we don't have time to be giving that energy to things that aren't going to boost us toward where we say we want to go. Now, yes, I know you need to be aware of everything that's happening in the world, I guess, so you can be part of the conversations with everyone, I guess. I don't. I don't want to be in a conversation of manifesting and bringing my vision into life because I know it'll make me a better person and it'll make the world better. The better I am for the world. So I don't need to be in a long conversation about how terrible it was what they did. I said mine the very first day because I went to the BLM protest. My son and I went, and I know when we walked around that corner, there were 2 rows of police officers or National Guard waiting for us. So I put that on there on Wednesday morning while it was happening. And then everybody wants to chime in. That's fine. I don't have time to keep focusing on that. They're doing what they need to do. And I want you, Beverly, Melissa, Crystal, Lemuel, to do what you're going to be doing for what you want to see showing up in your life. Because if the universe is for you, nobody's against you. And what you want to see showing up will show up if you give it your energy and full attention and don't contradict it. Can't be contradicting. I'm going to lose 10 pounds. Okay, well, maybe I'll just lose 5. Heck no, you said 10. Stand for yourself. Work for the 10. Allow the 10 to just fall off effortlessly and easily. And if any of you were on here with me last Monday, which I don't think you were, I said last Monday I was going to stop eating meat. I want you to know I haven't had any meat. This is from last Monday to this Monday, it's been a week. And I just did that looking at Al Sharpton. Although last night they told me he did have the bypass surgery. I'm like, well, I didn't see it anywhere. All I saw was that his daughter poked on his tummy, and he said it hurt his heart so much, in spite of everything he had gone through with the civil rights movement, that he went on a diet. And his first thing was to eliminate meat. So I thought, well, heck, I wanted to lose like maybe 7 pounds. I'd rather be underweight, of course, than over. So I said, okay, fine. I'm not going to eat any meat either. Okay, I just heard Spirit say, slow down. Okay, I'm not going to eat any meat either. Which caught me last night because I'd come back from the visioning party and everything. I was tired and I was hungry and I was like, oh, what can I eat? And I thought, oh, you go to Burger King and get a Whopper. That's the only burgers I like. Like, no, you can't. That's meat. Then I went to my refrigerator and I was going to fix me an egg sandwich. I'm like, there's just meat in there. There's no fish. There's nothing else. So I did pancakes. Not the best, but I kept to not eating any meat. So you're the one, I'm the one, we are the one, and you're not alone in it. The whole universe conspires on your behalf to bring you what you will consistently focus on, consistently give your energy and your thoughts to, and then take the action that you hear from the universe of what you're supposed to do. And I'll talk to you more about hearing from the universe and following action on Wednesday. Until then, take good care, enjoy the holiday, be mindful, whatever. I'm sure we're all going to be looking at the inauguration. I'll hop on right quick because I don't know what time it starts, and see how it unfolds. I trust it'll be peaceful, and it probably will. They've put so much wire and stuff up now. What happened last Wednesday, they want to act like it was a surprise, but it wasn't. But it'll be after the inauguration. We'll see what else comes. But that gets about that much of my time. Other than that, my TV isn't on looking at all that. So take good care of your vision. You're the ones that fuel it. Be mindful about the energy you do have and where you use it, share it, spend it, so to speak. And if you're going to spend it anywhere, spend it on manifesting the very goals that you want to see showing up in your life. And I guess will make you extremely happy. Take good care. Bye for now. Have a great holiday.